In early 2026, the United States and Israel launched a major military strike on Iran, striking targets inside Iranian territory in what the U.S. called Operation Epic Fury. Why would the world's most powerful military attack another nation so boldly, and what was the reasoning from Washington's point of view? This is the U.S. explanation, not the opposition, but the rationale that shaped the decision. From the American government's perspective, Iran had become a long-term strategic problem because it pursued nuclear capabilities that the U.S. believes could lead to weapons. It supported groups the U.S. designates as terrorists. It threatened key allies like Israel and Gulf states. It destabilized regions the U.S. considers vital to global security. The U.S. government framed the decision to attack as a way to reduce an imminent threat, not random aggression. To understand the 2026 attack, we have to look back at long-running tensions between Washington and Tehran. After the 1979 Iranian Revolution and hostage crisis, the U.S. cut diplomatic ties with Iran and relations stayed hostile. In 2015, the Iran nuclear deal, JCPOA, temporarily limited Iran's nuclear program, but the U.S. withdrew in 2018, reinstating sanctions. Over the years, the U.S. and Iran clashed indirectly. Naval skirmishes, proxy conflicts, sanctions, and military posturing all contributed to deep mistrust. Then in 2025-2026, tensions peaked as diplomatic efforts stalled, and Iran continued developing sensitive nuclear technology. This escalation set the stage for direct strikes. Here are the main reasons the United States government cited to justify the attack. Reason 1. Preventing a nuclear threat. U.S. leaders argued that Iran was moving toward nuclear weapons capability, a step the U.S. said would destabilize the Middle East and threaten its own security and that of allies like Israel. Before the attack, Washington gave Tehran. Reason 2. Eliminating imminent threats. The White House publicly claimed that Iranian missile programs and allied militia support created immediate dangers to U.S. forces and regional partners, so Washington acted to preempt those threats rather than wait until they materialized. Reason 3. Protecting allies, especially Israel. Iran and the U.S. back opposite sides in many conflicts. From the U.S. viewpoint, Iran's actions threaten the security of Israel and other Gulf states, and failing to act would weaken U.S. credibility and deterrence strategy. Reason 4. Regional stability and energy security. The Strait of Hormuz, a vital oil transit point, could be blocked during a wider conflict, causing global economic turmoil. The U.S. saw strikes as a way to ensure freedom of navigation and keep energy markets stable. Context inferred from regional security goals and Iran's position on Gulf shipping. Reason 5. Demonstrating resolve. From Washington's perspective, failure to act repeatedly in the face of threats would embolden rivals, not just Iran, but other nations watching U.S. responses worldwide. From the U.S. government's framing, the attack was not meant to start a decades-long war, at least publicly, but to achieve strategic goals, degrade Iran's ability to develop nuclear weapons, restrict the influence of Iranian proxies, signal that U.S. red lines will be enforced, encourage internal political change in Iran, according to U.S. policymakers. However, the aftermath could include greater regional instability, retaliatory strikes against U.S. forces, higher oil prices and global economic impact, possible expansion of the conflict if more nations get involved. This part explores how the U.S. hopes the strategy will play out and where the risks remain highest. So why did the United States attack Iran? From the U.S. perspective, the answer given was to stop a nuclear threat, to protect allies, to deter future aggression, and to send a clear message that threats against American security would not go unanswered. But in geopolitics, intentions matter, and consequences matter even more. Peace may be the stated goal, but strategy often carries a price that no government can fully predict. Pause. What do you think? Was it necessary or too risky?